We've had so many good testimonies here this weekend, and we had another really good one that came to my daughter this morning, and so I just think it's good to hear a good testimony of God's overcoming power. So we've got a gentleman that's going to share a word here this morning about what God's done for him. What's your name?
Roger.
Roger. Well, tell us what happened to you, Roger.
To keep a long story short, 1999 I was accused and indicted for 12 counts of count 2 felony for traffic tons and tons and tons of drugs into the nation of America. The indictment and the trial itself took about 5-6 years. Well, I'm a born-again Christian. I was sentenced in 2000 to go to prison. I was facing 150 years if I was to be found guilty for all 12 counts. But by the grace of God, through the trials and His amazing love and mercy, I only served 2 years in prison. The trouble was not the prison. I went to prison with Joy. The trouble was dealing with the courts. I came too close to committing suicide because I couldn't deal with facing 150 years. And I give my wife she's awesome because she decided to marry me knowing I was facing 150 years. So she's an awesome lady and she's a gift from God. But yes, I thought about suicide a few times. I thought about leaving the country a few times, but finally I landed on Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your understanding. I highlighted so much that I tore that page out. That was the key. And I read Battlefields of the Mind. That kept me sane. Battlefield of the Mind is where I got to meet Joyce. Unlike some of you, I didn't meet her on the television, but Battlefield of the Mind is where I met Joyce, and the book kept me sane. And that's one of the reasons why I'm still alive and to give my testimony.
And what are you doing now?
I've been out of prison for almost over a year now. And there's a program called Second Chance Prison Ministry. Pastor Dell, awesome man that God placed in my life. He's just had stroke, and he asked me to help direct and guide the prison ministry that I'm a byproduct of. And I accepted the position a month ago or so. Joyce, I don't know how I'm gonna push that, but juvenile prison is where my heart's at. I believe I could reach out to the teens because they don't have families, they don't have nobody to go, there's no hope. And I feel if I could get in there and let them know what happens to 18, 19-year-olds in prison and help guide them to a place of home and family, a new home, new family, to a new Father, Jesus Christ, then we might be able to save not only their souls, but their life on earth. Because we can save people's souls in prison, but a lot of them it's too late to save their life on earth. So that's where my vision is, and God willing, when His time is right, I'm sure that
So
will be
you went from being locked up in a prison to now going back willingly and ministering to the people in there.
with joy.
I say, our God's awesome, isn't He? Thank you. Bless you. My. 150 years in prison, that's a long time, isn't it?